So I've been hearing a lot of negative stuff about this guy Polo G. I don't know too much about Polo G. I know that he has, I believe this is his third album. And yeah, if you go anywhere, pretty much on TikTok, pretty much anywhere, this guy just gets a ton of hate. Calling this dude Piano G, Guitar G, I don't even know, like it's just the hate is kind of annoying at this point. So I kind of want to see what this is all about. So today we're going to be checking out his latest album here, and this is Hall of Fame. Yeah, it's 20 songs here. It's nearly an hour. I'm going to try and come into this with a positive mindset, and I'm going to see what Polo G is all about, because I'm just curious what all this hate is about, because I've obviously never listened to an album of his. So yeah, we're going to be checking this out. Hall of Fame. First critique I have is the cover. The cover does not look good. Let me just say that. The cover looks like something you would make in like middle school on Photoshop or something. Like it's not really well done at all. It looks really amateurish. But of course, covers don't tell the entire story. This could be actually a decent album. So we're gonna hop right into it. Hall of Fame by Polo G. There is one song on this that I've heard, which is Rap Star, of course. I feel like most people have heard that song, but we're going to hop right into this. Track 1, Painting Pictures. Let's go. Really sleepy beat here, holy.
Lil Wooski ain't your ever seen. He see the ops gon' bang it out. He tempts them down, we threw up tees. Twin them down, we banging nails. I wish that they ain't never leave.
Okay. This is terrible. That's a little bit cringe. This little motivational spoken word interlude here is a little bit cringe. But I will say he's not a bad rapper. I saw lots of people saying this dude's offbeat all the time. So far, he hasn't really been offbeat. The beat's pretty generic, but looking past that, I mean, the lyrical content, just talking about people that he's lost in his life, of course. I mean, I can't really relate to this stuff, but I can understand and appreciate the lyrical content here. So it's not terrible so far. Not terrible. Not terrible. Outro's a bit long. Once again, not terrible. Beats a little bit generic. Not the most original or creative sounding thing I've ever heard, but I did like the lyrical content, and this dude is just spitting from his heart, bro. I don't know how you can really hate on that. In terms of him being offbeat, he didn't really seem that offbeat on that first track, so yeah, not terrible. Not terrible. We're going into Rap Star, which, again, I've already heard. At least we don't have a piano in this one. We got a guitar, at least. There's the piano.
Shut the fuck up, I mean, please don't talk. I done been through too
I like
much.
that. Alright, like I said, I've already heard that. Once again, beats are pretty generic. Got the acoustic guitar, got the piano, got the trap hi-hats, the fat 808. But he's honestly not a bad rapper. He's not a bad rapper. It's not like he's spitting the craziest bars or anything, but just a lot of lines that I feel like kids that grew up or are growing up in a similar environment where he grew up can relate to. And there's no like really sugarcoating with these bars. There's no like imagery or metaphors. There's nothing like crazy about them. They're just kind of straightforward, but that allows them to kind of hit you more easily. And once again, the sound of it is nothing groundbreaking, but I don't know if it's trying to be. So far I don't really get the hate. I mean, I guess I could see the hate if every song sounds like this, because there's 20 songs. But let's continue. All right, Kid Laroi and Lil Durk on this. Right, Kid Laroi here. Hey, that was one of the best verses I've heard from Kid Laroi. I haven't been a big fan of Kid Laroi and his stuff by himself, but that verse actually wasn't bad. I like that little vocal at the end there. Yeah, nice verse. Oh, not the fade out. No, not the fade out. All right, that was probably the worst one for me so far. I don't know if the strings really fit with that production. It seemed kind of cheap with those strings. I mean, strings are cool, but there's a time and place for them, and to me, it just didn't feel like those strings fit on top of that beat. Felt a little bit forced and a little bit corny. But yeah, lyrical content was just more of the same. So nothing crazy there. Probably my least favorite one so far. Toxic.
So popular. Heard this hoe and missing, she would gang like we adopted her. I heat the type
That
of heat
bass
that
is
break
nice.
thermometer. Boy, you so selfish. I told her, baby, I'm a gangster, I can't help it. The words got
I like
some
the
shit that
aggression
make
on
her
this
face
one.
draw. Little white boy from the burbs got the nerve to tell me I ain't going hard enough.
There's the line. There's the line. There it is. I mean, it's a fair point. It's a fair point. It's just Polo G fans just run with that line. They probably think that's like the greatest thing ever, that line. This is actually, I'm actually really enjoying this one. This is probably the first one that's gonna get a like from me. I like the aggression on this one that Polo G's coming with, and that fat bass is nice to listen to. Pretty good, pretty good. All right, going into Epidemic.
My ties what I bleed. Don't claim to be a op, cause niggas die from that disease. Poetry.
Boring.
They keep on balling out just.
That was boring, man. That was a drag right there. Holy. Polo G needs some. This dude needs some better producers, honestly. The riser effects on like every song, and they put it like 10 times on every song. It gets so old, bro. We're going into a track with Lil Wayne. Gang, gang.
We don't play around, we'll lay 'em down, hit the top close range.
This beat is so lifeless.
Soon as I touch down in pussy fed beat, out for 14 days, that's quarantine. I put my heart out before
Why do we keep having to hear these coronavirus bars? Why? I don't need it. I don't need it.
white piss nose, God bless you.
I can't, bro. The verses weren't even that bad. The vocals weren't even that bad, but this beat is just so lifeless. Polo G, get some... Bro, you need some better producers, bro. Like, seriously, that beat was so lifeless. So lifeless. There's absolutely nothing to latch onto that's just nice to listen to. Like, it's so generic and so lifeless and just so plastic, bro.
Empty a clip or something, FM make them...
Just when I thought the beats couldn't get worse. Just when I thought the beats couldn't get worse, they come out with this. That high synth just does not fit at all, and it just really does not sound good. And do we have to have the fattest 808 possible on every single track as well? I have nothing to say. Just boring. It was just a snooze fest. Oh, would you look at that? Another guitar. Starts pretty much exactly the same as all the other songs. I have nothing to add. There's just so little to grab onto. There's so little just content here. Like, it's just the most generic trap beat possible. And really the only good part about this album so far is his vocals. Like, his writing isn't anything super crazy or super amazing, but it's good enough, and his vocals are fine enough to listen to. Broken guitars. Wow. Yeah, this... I'm sorry, this is just not... This isn't good. It's just not good.
If I give him the green, no little nigga shoot. And I really got rich out the blue, but I see red when I'm in the booth. You talking to who?
Polo G, Polo G. Why'd you have to do this? Bro, his vocals were the only thing keeping me in this. His vocals were the only thing. And he just ruined it. The aggression on this one is just not working. It's not working. It sounds really cringy. Like, he was aggressive on, what was it, Toxic? He came in with that aggressive energy on Toxic, and it sounded real, and it didn't sound forced. This just sounds forced, in my opinion. I'm gonna have to suffer through this, I guess. Every song, it's either a piano or a guitar. I get the jokes now. I get the jokes. This album is so bland that it doesn't even make me want to sit through a Young Thug verse, which I usually would want to listen to. So real. Okay. Oh, I think I've heard this.
Say she is so real.
Every song starts the same. Every song.
Never make me cry. That's right before you made me cry. Said you ain't you.
Oh, Nikki, no. All right, I'm on the last track here. This one has Pop Smoke. Rest in peace. But yeah, it's probably the most bored I've been listening to an album on this channel so far. I have no words. This mixing is really bad. And why they're trying to do a drill beat here, but it's like the worst version of a drill beat possible. It's just so, it's so bland. Last song. Like, why do these all sound like tight beats? I can't, bro. I can't. I can't do it. I tried coming into this with... I liked the beginning. But I guess that's just because the beginning was the beginning, and I hadn't listened to 10 of the same songs already. This thing is 20 songs. There's no need for this thing to be 20 songs. I don't need a Polo G album with 20 songs. Polo G is not the type of artist that can get away with doing almost an hour-long album and doing 20 songs. If this thing, you cut this thing down to 11 songs already, it would be so much better, so much easier to sit through. This thing is just such a drag, and it's really the production. I feel bad for Polo G because, I mean, part of it is his fault because he's choosing these beats that are just so bland and so just repetitive, and all of them sound pretty much exactly the same. They all sound like just tight beats. Like, you search tight beat on YouTube and the first video you click, and that's what all of these beats sound like. Okay, so yeah, part of it is on Polo G because he's the one choosing these beats, but part of it, Polo G just needs some better producers, bro. This dude needs some better producers, and I don't know what type of sound Polo G would sound better on. I mean, you could honestly keep doing this trap sound. There's lots of good trap music, so you could keep doing these sound. You just need a better producer because a lot of these, there's no flavor to it. It's all the same. There's just really not that much interesting about it aside from, I mean, I don't even know if the first couple tracks are even that good or if I was just like, it was fresh to me so it wasn't boring yet. But once you get to like track 10, it's like, okay, it's just like, I get the point. It's the same formula every song, and the production's not great. Shout out to Polo G. He's a pretty good rapper. He's got good vocals. So I'm not hating on Polo G as much as I am hating on whoever his producers are. And obviously, once again, part of that is his fault because he's the one, ultimately, he's the one who's deciding to put 20 songs on an album, and then he's the one deciding which beats to rap on. But part of it is he just needs better producers, bro. And maybe he just needs better taste in music as well, because it's not good production. It's not good. And I know lots of younger people are going to gravitate towards Polo G because just by the fact that they're young, they don't really know what it means, what good production sounds like. It's not good. It's not good. I know I didn't really talk much and I didn't give that much analysis. It's hard to sit through. It's hard to sit through, bro, when every song sounds the same. All right, that's gonna do it for this video. I know this is probably gonna get a lot of dislikes from Polo G fans, but Polo G fans, I highly encourage you to listen to this dude's music more deeply and just listen to what it sounds like, because if you do that, you'll realize that pretty much every song sounds the same. But yeah, Polo G just needs to make shorter albums. There's no reason he should be making an hour-long album, and he needs to get better at picking beats and get some better producers, because this ain't it. Bye.